Ah! We've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled. On the final part. What up, guys? Welcome back to another Astro Mania video. How you guys doing today? Today we're going to show you guys the other method of loading cargo efficiently to get this resource drive done. Last time I showed you the raft. This time we're going to show you the C2, and we're going to do multiple loads, so it's a more in bulk load. You can leave it down below in the comments which way you think is more efficient and which is more fun and all those different kinds of things to do. So if you like that sort of thing, you know what to do. Smash that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. You can also hit that notification bell so you know when we go live or when new videos are dropped. Speaking of being live, we're probably live right now if you're watching this video, so come by Twitch or YouTube and say hi. Appreciate you. You can also hit that join button down below to become a member or subscribe over on Twitch. I appreciate all the love and support of you guys. Let's get back to the video. So what are we doing today? We're using the C2 today, and we're going to load multiple loads of cargo. We're going to do 3 loads. You could fill it up with 4 loads, but we're going to do 3 loads to keep it simple and keep the video not super duper long and all that kind of stuff. We're going to use the ATLS, the Atlas, to do the loading. We're going to do it solo, and we're going to do traveling across the verse to make it interesting, because you could do it all in one location and accept and abandon the mission, but I kind of frown upon that a little bit. So we're going to do a little bit of traveling. We're going to start in Crusader. We're going to then go to Hurston, and then we're going to end up at Microtech and deliver everything at Microtech. So let's get to the business and let's have some fun with it and start the load. So here we are in the C2 in Crusader. We're on Daymar and we're about to load some stuff up. What we have done is we have accepted 3 missions. Like I said, we've got a heavy shipment in Crusader, a large cargo in Microtech, and a large size haul in Hurston. So we have 3 large missions that we're going to be doing. Hopefully we don't run into any broken freight elevators. This first one that we're doing, I know for sure works. If the other ones are broken, we'll just have to deal with it when we get there. But for now, we're going to hope that everything runs smoothly. So this one, like I said, I know is going to work. We're going to do 18, and then we're going to split our 9 into 5 and put 5, and we're going to lift all these up. And that's how we're going to be doing this. This is going to come up. We're going to go up our ramp on our C2, and I'm going to load it from front to back, or from back to front, loading from the front, starting in the back. It won't make too much of a difference which way you do things, but sometimes it can be tighter, sometimes it can be a little bit, you know, so it all depends on preference. I haven't had too much practice with doing this in the C2 because I prefer to use the raft myself. Let me know down in the comments below which ship you prefer to use and all the things that you like to do. But we're going to be using the same trick as before. We're going to line up right here on the ramp so we can use the cargo grid the way we want to use it, and then we're going to hold Z to use free look so that we can move our camera on the Atlas without moving the Atlas itself. So I'm just going to start grabbing things, and I'm going to put them all the way to the back of the C2. And it doesn't have to be perfect when we're doing a load of 3, when we're doing 3 loads, but if you're doing the mother load of 4, it might be beneficial to be absolutely perfect where you place your boxes so that you can fit the whole thing in there. I'm going to start with doing the bottom line of the back. As you can see what I'm doing here. And boom, once you get that going, it starts to get a little bit easier. And then we're going to load up on the top part now. And there you go, just like that. And this is basically your game of Tetris. And again, we're going to fill up 3 loads of this, and we're going to do this all uncut because you guys love cargo gameplay, right? This is it. This is the pinnacle of cargo gameplay, guys. Why we have to load 4 SU boxes instead of 32 SU boxes, I don't know. Ask Chris. I mean, Chris didn't make this event, guys, but you know, Chris is the guy with the name on the board, right? So again, you just do this, simple as this. It's nice and methodical, nice and easy. It's kind of fun for the first 2 times you do it. And then it kind of gets like, but that's why we have friends to talk to and an org to hang out with and do it all at the same time. Right, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. And right now, those other missions that I have made in my previous videos are currently not available and not working. That sucks. It really does. Maybe they'll be back later on in the week. I don't know. Gotta ask Chris that question. We'll find out. So getting that full top row is always, you know, the first part of getting the job done and getting it correctly. Next comes pretty easy of getting everything else to fit in, and you can start going faster. This is obviously the first load. We're going to do 3 loads, and each time the load is going to get closer, and then it's even easier. This depth perception and the distance the boxes have to travel can sometimes make things a little difficult, but for the most part, it's pretty cake, especially again, like we talked about in our last video. The more you do this, the better you get at it. The more practice at Tetris, the better you become, and all those things. So, as you can tell, I'm a little bit better at this now than probably I was in the raft video. So, that's what the practice, it pays off. Yeah, you could also make it where your cross or your free look is on indefinitely by doing some tricks and whatnot, but doesn't hurt to hold down the Z button. All the other space missions can't even spawn. I know, right? You like the loading blackout? It's nice. It's nice. It's nice. And the way we're doing it really smooth. Don't hold it, just hit it once. That hasn't been my case, but... Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah. Well, I want to leave that kind of information for somebody to tell me down in the comments, because they, you know what I mean? They gotta leave comments down in the video. You're commenting on the stream, so maybe now they're gonna know already, which is good as well. If you make a little mistake like that where you put a box down in a different row, that's perfectly fine. It's not going to be the end of the world. You can continue to build the same way still. It doesn't make a big difference. Again, I'm doing this nice and pretty and making it to the full potential, because you could do 4 loads. And mind you, if you do 4 loads, you do have to... if you do 4 loads, you do have to do a couple boxes off-grid. So you have to be aware of that. And the best way to do that is put those boxes in the middle, because you know how the C2 has like that middle part that doesn't have a grid, and that was where you can put the 8 boxes that can be completely off the grid. 20 boxes?
Yes.
20 boxes? Okay. 20 boxes off the grid. Hey, you could leave the comment on the YouTube video. I appreciate it. That helps the algorithm, man. I appreciate it. And there you go. Look at that. Basically done with our first load. And then we're going to go head over to Hurston so we can have a change of scenery and do this over at Hurston.
Welcome back to Cloud9 Radio, where we keep the vibes smooth.
And there you go.
Now, I've always admired
Boom.
Wi-Fi culture, but
We're done here.
those skills are
the Atlas in a safe location. And get out. And we're going to do a little bit of traveling so we can talk about things while we're traveling, like the meteor. We can talk about the meteor. We can talk about what is next. What video is next. What do you guys want to see in videos? Leave it down in the comments. Let's talk about it in the live stream. I know everyone is fixated on this event and everything right now. We're going to abandon the mission we were on, right? We were doing the Crusader mission. We're going to go ahead and we're going to submit it or abandon it, whichever one you want to press. And then we're going to go to Hurston. So I'm going to go to my Hurston mission and I'm going to track it. And hopefully when we get there, it has a working freight elevator.
Complete. Thank you so much for all your hard work. It's been a genuine thrill to work with you.
Let Bellamy here thank us for our hard work, even though we didn't turn anything in, and we're stealing all their stuff and not taking it to Crusader because we have completed Crusader. Nice little takeoff. Pull up the landing gear. And voila. So we're going to be on our way to Hurston. I'm going to do a quick little jump to the middle of Crusader so we get out of here just in case there's any kind of silly business going on. And here we go. Quick little jump. Cut that. And then we're going to probably have to go into our map and type in Hurston. Nope. It's going to let us line up. And we can get Hurston if we're lucky. No. Probably should just type it in and not play this little game of can we get it? We could also just click on collect shipment. And then boom. Just like that. And we get to look at our beautiful skins. Sadly, guys, I did not put on the Crusader Hercules skin. I do have the Crusader Hercules skin now that I've completed Crusader, so I could have shown that off in this video, but I think the Invictus one is still probably my go-to for the Hercules line, because you can't really beat that blue and gold look. It's kind of the classic Astro mercenary look too. What else to talk about this event? Hopefully CIG brings back the other missions, because I still do believe that my first method that I showed you guys of taking the Gladius or whatever fighter ship and ejecting, or using the Polaris, is still a bit faster because you're only doing offloading instead of loading and offloading. So it still saves you a little bit of time in that way. This gets you more SCU, right? Because you're getting 180 instead of 120, but you're also dealing with 45 boxes per mission instead of the 9 boxes that you get in the other mission. So I mean, again, to each their own. Everyone does it their own way. Currently this is the only way to do it, so that's why we're showcasing these videos and helping people out. We're gonna get to Hurston here pretty quickly because we have put a TS2 in this bad boy to make her fly a little bit faster. We roll into Hurston. Also helps with the cooldown and everything. And now we're just gonna hope that the freight elevator works here. If it doesn't work, we're just gonna accept or abandon the mission and accept a new one and go to a different location. It'll be okay. We might do a cut in the video so that you guys aren't sitting here waiting for me to find the elevator and whatnot. We'll just see how it goes. But the goal is it just all works perfectly fine. And you know, when you're creating a video, everything always goes perfectly fine, right? Always. TS2 putting in the work there. As you can see, the cooldown of the quantum drive was fairly quickly. So again, we're going to do all 3 of these missions and then end up and finish it for the turn-in at Microtech. And that should get us a good chunk. If you do that, 180 times 3 is going to get you, you know, roughly your 600 SCU. It'll be, what, 540, right?
Yep.
And if you did 540 4 times, you'd have your 2,000, but you need 2,800. So good 5 or 6 times of doing this will get you a completion. Now we're flying through the soupiness of the Hurston atmosphere. Mind you that other players are doing the same thing you're doing here, so be respectful with your loading and unloading of your ship and the way you come in to the areas and whatnot. It can be helpful to go help load the other people's ships if there is somebody ahead of you so that they get out of there faster. And if there's ships in the way of the pad and they haven't been moving for a while, like they're abandoned ships, then you're in the right ship to move it. The C2 can move things pretty easily. Not as easily as the capital ships move it, but capital ships are not the best ships to load up with all this cargo. Loading a Idris is a pain in the ass, especially if you're doing it in atmosphere in the ground. It's less annoying to do it in space, but... And the same with the Polaris. The Polaris is the way the ramps are set up. It's really hard to do hand ground loading. C2 itself is kind of a little annoying, but with the Atlas, it's pretty easy. I mean, if you did it in the Idris or the Polaris with an Atlas, it's kind of the same thing, but it's just further distance and harder positioning because the ship's bigger. Alright, so here we have a Starlancer Max sitting in the pad, taking up the whole pad. A little annoying. It does seem like it's a working freight elevator, though, because is he down there moving crates? It looks like it, maybe. Can't really tell. No, I don't see. I thought I saw a tractor beam. We'll go down and do a check on the freight elevators, and maybe by then the Starlancer guy will be up and moving.
Landing gear down. Engines off.
All right. So let's go take a look. I think I'm just going to go down. Oh, I didn't mean to use the ladder. I meant to go down the ladder the fast way, but we're already on the ladder. Might as well do it. Okay, so the Starlancer is just sitting here on the pad. It looks to be abandoned at this point. At this point, it is looking like we're probably not going to have any working freight elevators since there's nobody here. We could just be in an area that people haven't been to in a hot minute.
There's a fix if you want to show it, depending on what kind of issues it's having.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you can fix most of the issue, not the overloaded issue, via streaming the area out by going 30k away.
Well, right now it's seeming fine. So, yeah. Right now it seems fine. So we're going to just pull our cargo up, and then we're going to give this Starlancer a little push out the way. Maybe. We might not have to push the Starlancer out the way. It's definitely kind of intruding on our location a little bit. I think it'll be alright. Even if it's a little bit off-centered, it'll make loading a little bit more annoying. But with how many people are doing this mission, like I said, you gotta be cautious and know that there's going to be other people around doing the same thing, doing things similar. All right. So again, I think it's a little bit in the way. It's a big fat ship. I don't know how helpful or easy it would be to flip it. It's a big ship. But if we can just twist it a little tiny bit, you know.
Welcome back, my friends. You're tuned into Cloud9 Radio.
You just twist it a little tiny bit.
Bringing you all the top hits you crave.
Even the little bit of twist that we put there actually might have been enough.
As we're diving straight back into your favorite sounds. Once it's all said and done, stay with us. Keep it locked on Cloud9.
We're probably gonna have to move it a little bit more. We'll move it with our parking job.
Special report on a growing crisis in the spectrum waves. A rogue transmission is sweeping across the system, disrupting established stations, rattling advertisers, and sending authorities scrambling to put an end to it. This is the story of Z95.
Nope.
Pirates of the airwaves
Good enough.
declare war on
Good enough for me.
It started as a
As long as our landing gear is on the pad.
frequencies easily dismissed as
Maybe we didn't have to move it, but we did move it a little bit, and it really did help, actually.
hijacking of the spectrum across Stanton and beyond.
Look at that. There you go. Perfect.
Overridden by an underground broadcast that calls itself Z95 Anarchy Radio. Their motto, we play what we want
Perfect.
and play they do.
Engines off.
All right. Now we're just going to get our second load going on. How long is our recording going? Already 20 minutes. So it is going to be a good 40-minute, hour-long video, which is basically what I was expecting it to be. But this is cargo gameplay. I'm giving it to you. The best of the cargo gameplay. Guys, just like I've been telling you guys what the Astro Mercenaries stands for, what I want people to do in Star Citizen to be part of the Astro Mercenaries and things like that, is it doesn't matter if you're a cargo hauler. It doesn't matter if you're a miner. It doesn't matter if you're a PvPer, a bounty hunter, PvE, whatever it is, FPS gameplay. Just try to be the best that you can be at what you're doing, right? So this is just a little showcase of we're cargo hauling this week. There's nothing wrong with being a cargo hauler and all that whatnot. Just there's ways of being better at it. So putting a little bit of practice and all that kind of stuff and being the best that you can be in whatever you do. And that's what we strive for. It's being a little bit difficult on putting these boxes up at the top, but just get it going. So can we fit one more layer? It looks like we can. Min-maxing sweaty cargo haulers. Exactly. If you're a Bob, be the best Bob you can be. There's nothing wrong with being a Bob. There's nothing wrong with being any kind of gameplay that is in this game. I think every gameplay in this game is terrific and fun and worth playing, no matter what it is. Just, I think you should strive to be good at whatever you're doing. Yeah. So, what we're seeing here is we need to be a little bit higher up on the ramp. So that we have less of this smacking the side. Might even be better to get fully into the C2, but the reason why we're not fully in the C2 is because when you are in the C2, the little grid here doesn't showcase. You see here, like, you can't see the grid anymore because I'm fully in the C2, so that's why we hang out. Oh my goodness, it's raining outside. We got rain on Hurston while we're doing cargo bob stuff. That's actually another really cool thing to be doing this on Hurston, is that you'll have the dynamic rain. That's interesting. It does seem that every time we put a box down, we're going to have to do a little adjustment. And this is why I ask you guys, like, what do you think is better, this or the raft? This has its benefits for doing this in bulk, but I feel like there's always these little tiny nitpicks that you have to do with it that can slow down the process. But that's just me. Clarice will sit here and be like, well, if you're good, you won't have to do those little tiny nitpicks. And it's like, all right, bro. Be the best Bob you can be. I would still like to race. We're gonna do a race, guys. We're gonna have Calaris do a C2 run, like what we're doing right now. And I'm gonna do a raft, and we're gonna see who can complete 3 contracts faster. Because if he sits here and says, I never have this situation where the boxes don't go on, I do it perfectly every time. It's like, I understand, bro. You've done this a few times. I love you, Calaris. You're the best. That's why we keep you around, bro. But man, oh man. I mean, nobody gonna be as perfect as you are, so. That's why we show these guys, you know, it's like, I'm here to help you guys in any way I can to make you guys as good as you can be. Not everyone can be at the level that other people are, but it takes practice, and if you want to be at that level, you'll get there. Even that last little box, in a pain in the butt. It's raining. Look at my cargo in the rain. This is actually my very first time seeing the rain in Hurston. All of last patch, I never came to Hurston once, so I never saw the rain. Plenty of rain during the worm event at the worm place. What game is this? It looks fun. It's called Bob of the Century. I don't know. Looks nice. Look at the rain. We're playing Bob Citizen Tetris 2000. We're already done with 2 of our loads. But guess what you have to do when you're done with the loading? Guys, guess what you have to do? You have to unload all 3. Dude, we are Bob-tastic out here. Little up and down, up and down. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this whole part. No. No. and then bad things happen. See what I mean? Bad things happen. Can't even undo it. Oh, now we're fucked. Now we're fucked. You ask me, is it better to do the C2 or the fucking raft? All day. What I tell you guys? Raft meta, guys. I don't like it. That's just my opinion. And you could say it's a skill issue all day. That's okay. I see, because the depth perception was off. You see how we missed a little square? That's okay. That one's off grid, actually. We can't even use that one anymore. That's okay. That's
you
okay.
will have to fix it because it will affect the grids, the 3 grids in front of it.
Why? I won't need all that room because I'm only doing 3 loads.
Okay.
God damn it, dude. Nope. Nope. Oh my gosh. Raft meta, boys.
Even if you do 4 missions on once for the first time in each faction, you still don't get tier 3. You're
Yeah.
shy by a bit.
Raft meta. I'm telling you, like, this is just, it's definitely something that, like, it works. It's definitely a thing, but there's so many little things that could go wrong. And if you're someone who's very, very careful and whatnot, sure, it'll go well with you. But one little mistake by anybody could just, like, be the end of it. Good morning, Riggs. How you doing, buddy? Look, you see what I mean? Like, just got completely fucked.
I mean, it's still easier for people to steal off of a raft than a C2, though.
Yeah. And this is why I say just do 3 loads, guys, because with the 4th load, you have to be completely perfect. At least here with the 3 loads, I can make little mistakes like that, and it'll be fine. Today, they're going to add 8 and 16 SU boxes. Are we sure about that? And this is why I was also telling people about rushing through and all this kind of stuff. Like, they're definitely gonna make changes, I think, throughout the month. And beating your head on the keyboard while it's the way it is might not be worth when you could just relax for a bit and then do it when the nerfs come in. But if you do it now, you get to always be one of those people who go, oh yeah, well, when I did it, we had to do it this way. We didn't have all the luxuries that you guys have nowadays. Which is fair.
Shields off.
Back in my days, I had to load these things by hand. Back in my days, there was only one SCU crates. These other size boxes are a thing of the future. You guys are living in the future, spoiled. But then you can go, well, once upon a time, there was no such thing at all as physical cargo. Physical cargo is still fairly new. If you're looking in the timeline of Star Citizen, at least, fairly new. Alright, so we're done with Hurston, guys. We're going to abandon that. And then we are going to go to Accepted, and we're going to go to our Microtech one.
Don't ever do this again.
Oh
I need
no!
people I can depend on.
Oh no! Don't yell at me, Hurston. Don't yell at me. We'll twist our ship so that we'll have the sun hitting us as we quantum travel. Little tip and tricks for quantum traveling. Make sure that your ship is facing the sun the way you want to be able to see your beautiful ship as it flies through the quantumness of space. I didn't even have to look at the sun to see that, because I was looking at Hurston and you can see how the sun was hitting Hurston. So if I adjusted my ship to the way that my ship would hit the sun the same way, bam, beautiful. Sure, as you're traveling, the sun's going to change direction too, but at least for right now, we get to see the shiny gold. Whoa! Rachel! And we're going to leave that in the video too. Maintenance. Maintenance in the house. Ooh, you can actually hear it in the microphone. Still, with the door closed. Huh? Not really. In the middle of my video recording. It's alright, we're here at Microtech. Welcome to Microtech, guys. I think they're trying to fix the water pump. We haven't had hot water for a couple of days. So that's important to get done. What do we got on our recording, guys? We're up to 39 minutes on the recording. Beautiful stuff. cargo gameplay. We're going for the trifecta, guys. 3 places, 3 working elevators. Riggs wants to know if we're going to do a worm event in the near future. Probably. I don't see why not. I mean, we can do worms any day. We don't have to have an event for the worm. We can do worms with like 5 or 6 or 10 people. We don't need 25 people to do the worm. Where are we at? Are we on Clio? Is that Snake Pit? Is that Snake Pit we're looking at? Is that the racetrack? The good old racetrack? The home of the racing?
Quantum travel complete.
All right. Imagine you're just recording a YouTube video and then all of a sudden the vacuum goes on. All right. What's the bets we're taking, chat? Down in the comments. Is it going to work? The trifecta.
On.
Freight elevator perfection. It's going to work, right? I don't know. It's looking mighty busy down here. Is this a 2-pad outpost or a single pad outpost? It's looking like a 2-pad outpost. It's pretty dark. Let there be light. That elevator's closed. It's got raft boys around here. Rafts are easy to move out the way. Both of those elevators are closed. We're gonna go for a land and we're gonna check it out, boys, and then we might have to scoop some rafts out the way. If worst comes to worst, we'll just abandon the mission and restart, but these just look like abandoned rafts. It doesn't necessarily mean that the elevators aren't working. It's frustrating that there's abandoned rafts. Like, does anybody have any kind of respect on not leaving their junk laying around? Like, come on, man. What are you doing with yourself? I wish if I was standing on the edge of the thing that it would take me with it. You know how, like, this is extending? I wish it would take me with it on the ramp. That'd be cool, right? Just standing there as the ramp continues to extend and you continue to extend. That'd be cool. This one is not having transferring going away. Is there a fix for that one, Claris?
Stream it out if you're the only one there.
What do you mean streaming out?
Fly 30k out or more.
Oh, okay. Alright, let's try this one. Yeah. Maybe, possibly. Don't really want to use the small ramp, but if it works, it works. Does look like I'm the only one here, but and all these are closed. Oh. What's up, dog? I'm pretty sure this freight elevator's not working, and now that you're here, it's gonna double not work for you, buddy. Yep. Alright. Maybe it'll work for him. Good luck. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to abandon my Microtech one, guys, and then wait for another Microtech one to appear. And then we'll continue. We're also going to grab this ongoing for Microtech because that's where we're going to submit our cargo. Because there's a good chance that the elevator could work for him.
Let me cut to the chase. Microtech doesn't like contractors to simply abandon jobs. Better come prepared to the job on the next one.
Better come prepared for the... You know what? It is kind of disrespectful that these factions are talking shit when we abandon a mission when it's Chris's fault that the mission doesn't work. You better come prepared next time. What the fuck? Prepared to whoop your ass next time. Alright. If there isn't a new contract available for Microtech by the time we climb the ship and back to the pilot seat, I will do a quick cut. And then we'll get back to you guys when we get it working. Hope you guys are enjoying the chill musics and the cargo gameplay. Very Astro Manny-like. Alright. Contracts. Microtech. Nothing. Alright guys, we're going to do a small cut so the video doesn't get super long. Okay guys, we're back. We're on Microtech here and we are pulling up the elevator for our final load, and we'll do this final load transfer. It only took us the next location. We only did one more location and we're like, boom, there it goes. It works. So it wasn't like a big search for the mission. It was the next one over and we were good to go. Before we start loading, I guess I can fix our mess up here. And then we should be able to add on there and continue. Our final 2 elevator loads to complete this hour-long cargo hauling video. Because why not? We're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to go down the ramp just a little bit so we can have the silhouettes of our boxes. And go click, click there. Click, click there. And again, you got to be careful with lining this stuff up. Don't want to break the grid. Drop it there, put it there, and boop. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of there, and a little bit of here. Again, this is the final area, so it doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. Because there's plenty of room still left in the C2. But the more perfect you make it, the better showcase you can show for the fact that you can do a quadruple load and fit even more cargo in at one go. And then it would be even more beneficial to do this route. But we all know the correct route is to use the raft. We do not want to screw this up here. That is an incorrect number, sir. There is not 90% of the cargo elevators not working. It is more like 10% of the cargo elevators are not working. And you're just not looking hard enough. I apologize for that, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles, my dude. Uh-oh. And bloop. And bloop. So you happen to do it twice each time. I'd rather just raft it. Yeah, I mean, life be hard. In Star Citizen, you know, a lot of people just go, oh, it didn't work for me the first 2 times, I give up, it's over. And then those are the people complaining about it, right? Well, the people that it does work for, they don't complain about it, so you don't hear their voices. But I digress. So again, I don't need to be making this perfect, but for the sake of future loading of the ship, if I wanted to do a 4th load, you can see that a 4th load is definitely possible with how much room you can have in this C2. That was interesting. You see how that just stuck there? That was pretty cool. I thought at one point I messed up the positioning, but it seems like it's all there. Okay, but do you see how... Okay, I'm going to show you guys right here that when you're doing this, if you were doing a 4th load, you would stack the other boxes in the middle here. And you would do it like that, and you would try to make it where you fit 20 boxes right there. The top row doesn't catch as much if you stand as high as possible and wait for the box to raise at the apex and setting it to snap. I understand that, but there's also other bugs that are on top of that that cause it to even be more wonky. I'm just saying, like, after practicing this, everyone will figure out what works best for them, and they will figure out those little tiny things of standing as high as possible is the way to go. What the fuck? You guys see that? There were still boxes in my inventory there. Might have to check that afterwards. Because look, if I stand all the way up here, like I said, then you don't get the grid. You don't get to see the thing. But, you see what I mean? Like, you don't see where the boxes are going anymore until you go and you put it down there. So that's actually another way of doing it. You could just wait till you bring it up and then you drop it right here, right? Dink. And then you do it. That's another way of doing it. Right? So you would do this, you bring it down, you drop it, and then you can see the grid again, right? But look, so you can put all these boxes, and I think this part right here, it might be beneficial to just throw a bunch of boxes in, and then max lift to put them on top of each other. That's my opinion. But anyways, we don't need to do that because we're only doing 3 loads, so we're just going to load here. You see how each time I'm putting it down first because it gets you can't see the grid. If you're doing it from inside the C2. just having fun with it now. Can we not? It doesn't want to go 3 high. Doesn't matter. We don't need it to go 3 high. Oh, that one went 3 high. I don't know, when it gets to this part, it even gets even wonkier, as you can see. But again, it takes practice. But this is the last couple of things we have to load in, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Alrighty. Final 3 boxes. I'm right there. Doesn't even want to go too high. And we're done. We have successfully loaded 3 missions. And now we will abandon or submit this mission. And we're going to track, I mean, we don't have to track the drop-off mission,
Remy here.
but we're going to.
Everything looks good from our side regarding your contract.
And we've loaded this C2 with 3 missions. Oh yeah, check the extra cargo. You're right. My bad. Because we did have that little hiccup, right? Let's just check that real quick. Nah, it's gone. There's no extra cargo. It was just a silly little visual glitch that happened for that split second. Or maybe because I abandoned it already, it went away. We'll never know. Oh well. Now, mind you, like I said, this is probably an hour of time it took to load the C2 and unload it for 3 missions. We did do traveling, right? We did go from Crusader to Hurston to Microtech and didn't stay in one system, just doing the abandoned method. So that probably, that little bit of travel time did take, and you got to take that into consideration.
Landing gear up.
Okay, is someone gonna shoot at me? It's fine, homie.
Shields off.
Already gone.
Quantum travel engaged.
Chug, chug, chug. We're recording. No chugging for you.
Quantum travel.
Actually, I don't even have anything to drink at the moment, so I can't chug. We're gonna go, after this video, we're gonna go for lunch and I'll chug.
Quantum travel.
What happened, Laz?
Quantum
You
travel
tell me what happened.
complete.
Dude, poor Tresler, you have to get way over the line
Complete.
of OM1 to be able to see Port Tresler. At least from that side. Crazy. Again, I'm not even going all the way to OM1, guys, because there's a chance that there's people sitting there I doubt it on this server because it's been pretty quiet. But if you're really trying to avoid piracy, don't even go to the OM1 or don't go to any of the OMs. Cut it right before you get to the OM and you'll be safe. Small little differences you can make. This is why I always tell people, you know, it doesn't matter if you're a PvP player, you should at least know how to avoid the PvP. You know, if you're a cargo hauler and you're not wanting to do anything with PvP and and don't care about it at all, you should at least have the knowledge on how to avoid it and get away if you get forced into it. That little bit of knowledge is important even if you're not wanting to be a part of the combat. Of course, the location it wants us to go to is completely on the other side of the station. Sorry, we're just going to crash the C2 right now with 600 SCU of cargo on board. That was the main goal of this mission. Let's crash it. Hit him with the big, bulky C2s. And voila. We're safely aboard or inside our hangar. Just going to adjust ourselves to the best possible way for unloading. Same way as before, we're going to use the front part of the ship for the unloading, loading situation. We want to get a little bit more centralized. Just like that. And now we begin our home stretch of the offloading masterpiece. That's all it is. Here we go. 560 cargo. Now on this part, do we have to be on the C2 or on the ramp? I don't think it makes a difference on this part. There you go. See the color change? That's how you know when you're inside and outside. And now, the long road has all come down to this. How good is your final Tetris moving? Look at that, how it just bonks. It's not even all the way at the back, but we'll try to keep it side by side. Does that look good? That looks good. How about that? Nope. That looks good? Maybe. It's always further back than you think it is. That actually is not good. We want to... Dude, this is... no siree for me. The distance, the depth perception? No thank you. That's gonna be off. Too deep. No, that looks good. No! It changed at the last second. I had it where I wanted it. Then it changed at the last second. That should be good. Alright. And now we can just plop them on top of each other. But as I was saying when I was doing a test run of this, guys, I think just the amount of time it takes for the boxes to travel is another reason why the raft is a little bit better, just because of, look how long it takes for the box to go from inside the C2 to the freight elevator. It just, the distance traveled You're taking a lot of time just having the boxes travel. Even if you do it perfectly perfect on your Tetris building, you're still like waiting 5 seconds per box. Leave it down below in the comments what you guys think is the better way of doing this, but and I'm just being what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just giving my critics on it, you know what I mean? I don't know, I could be wrong. We won't know until me and Claris do the world race. It does look cool. I will tell you, like, when you're doing this and you're doing the whole thing, it's kind of like oddly satisfying on making it all work perfectly, right? So I'll give it that part for sure, 100%. It's like at the end of the day, it's like, man, I just moved all those boxes and look how pretty it is. But then you ask yourself, well, what if it would just freaking give us the 32 SU boxes and we didn't have to do this? Dun, dun, dun. Moving my boxes. Moving my boxes. I also feel like this is a big time commitment too. You know, you have to set aside 45 minutes, an hour to do this. Or the raft, you can quickly do it 10, 15, 20 minutes. That box stuck or something? What's up with that box? Okay. Didn't want to move before the other box. Moving boxes. Day after day. I got all my boxes. Hooray, hooray. This would definitely be the free look lock that you would need to do. Instead of holding down Z the whole time, set it to where your free look locks in. You're not sitting here holding Z. But if you are sitting here holding Z, then you're pressing buttons. Haha! I don't know. Cargo gameplay! I'm trying to keep things entertaining, guys. I don't know. There's so many of you guys watching. Max, thanks for the follow, my dude. Welcome to the Astrodome. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, buddy. Hope you're enjoying the cargo gameplay. It does look cool though. Look at that. It looks mighty fancy. All those boxes like that. At the end of it, we'll take a screenshot of it. I should have taken a screenshot of all the boxes in the C2 as the thumbnail. But we'll take a thumbnail of the boxes down at the bottom as well. TIG message of the day. Fixes and hot fixes. That doesn't make sense to me. Fixes and hot fixes? What is that wording? This video is going to be obsolete whenever I post it because they're going to have already changed it to where you have bigger boxes or something. But we were here today, guys. We were present. We were live for it. Once upon a time, we did it here. And you guys are forever set in this moment of history together. We have stacked the boxes, and no one can ever take that away from us. We, today, stack boxes 4 high in our C2 with our Atlas with free look. Today, we did this. Don't let anybody ever take things away from you. You guys are all wonderful. Just because it's Monday morning, coming into Monday afternoon. Proud of these boxes that we've stacked today. Oh my goodness. No. They're hitting the roof now. How dare they? Claire thought my boxes are hitting the roof now. Some of them are making it through, some are not. Yeah, I know you. It doesn't matter. We're stacking them 4 high now, man. We've done it. We've gone this far. We're going all the way, man. There's no coming back from this moment. I feel like this is a Spinal Trap moment. We could have just done 3, but we did 4. Somehow we're going to get these boxes out of here. 1 box will give, and the next box will be remembered forever. Hey, listen. It's gonna be a thumbnail and a half. What's up, babe? We're in the middle of recording a video. The maintenance guy's gone. They replace what?
Part.
Yeah? What part?
The heating element.
Okay. So you have hot water now?
You said in 35 to 40 minutes.
Okay. You hear that, chat? You hear that, video? We have hot water again. Some of you are like, what? Don't worry about it. all of last week, since last Wednesday, your boy Astro Manny was taking cold showers because we had no hot water. It was a hell of a week, I'll tell you that. It was great. Sometimes you just do things the way you do things. Like stacking boxes 4 high because you can! You're gonna show that ceiling who's boss. Dennis, you have a big tractor beam handheld device. Are you able to point and just place it at the fast with... No, you need this machine to place it this fast. Cold showers are good for you though. Yes, but probably not like, you know, super cold. You know what I mean? Like zero hot water. Thanks for teaching everyone this free look method, man. Tired of getting abused when I tell people it works. Hey, we do what we can around here, man. Can you buy this with in-game money? Of course, yes, you can buy everything that we do with in-game money. Mostly everything we do in my videos, you can earn. Like, even the Polaris. Like, people were saying on Saturday's video, well, not all of us have Polarises. Well, you can get a Polaris in-game, my dude. And that Polaris that you guys watched in the Polaris video was a Wickelos Polaris. I earned that Polaris. The org earned that Polaris. Ah! We've been bamboozled. We've been bamboozled. On the final part, the box finally done us in. We've been box boozled. Box boozled is what we have been. Yes, sir. We're almost done. You can see the end now. We can see the end. Two or three more boxes. Ow! We're being box boozled out here. Ow! This isn't even our Atlas. We stole this Atlas. We did it! We completed our video. Guys, that's it. We've done it. That is the video. That is how you do a triple load of a C2. Is it better than the RAF? Leave it down below in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all those things. We're going to continue our live stream now, so if you're watching this on YouTube at a future date, you should stop by the live stream and say hi. And continue what we're going on with right now. Till next time.